This is Dr. Foojan Zeine, and this is the tip of the week. It is interesting how many stories we allow ourselves to make when we need to act on a particular behavior. At times, the behavior itself is sufficient enough, and the added stories become the hindrance. This week, I've been aware of this matter repeatedly with myself, colleagues, and clients. This happens a lot in the work environment, in marriages, or in parent-child relationships. It usually happens when someone has to do a task, which they really don't want to, at work, write a report, finish studying, write a paper, do homework, do chores at home, many other areas of life that you really don't want to do something, or you want others to do it and they're not doing it. The examples are when a person needs to do a task at work, which might take them half an hour. However, they spend hours and days thinking about why they shouldn't do the task, why their work requires it, why their life is in such a shambles that they have to do this job, why are they a failure that they have to do this, how bad the company is, how awful their boss is, how bad everybody else is, how mean and incompetent everybody else is in their life that they actually have to do this task. The point is, you still have to do the task in order not to face other unwanted consequences. But you spend many hours or days pre-task time and many more hours and days post-task creating stories about being victimized and how the world is unfair and that you just don't want to do this if it was an ideal world. Now, remember, the task only takes half an hour. The rest of the time is making up and rehashing negative narrative about it. Another example came about when a mate or a parent needed the garbage to be taken out. I'm sure all of you have felt that way. The task of taking a garbage out, 2 minutes, max 5 minutes. However, this person kept looking at the garbage and got upset all day, brew their anger, watched and waited for the other person to fail in not taking the garbage out when they wanted it. Finally, they did it themselves since it was smelly, then felt victimized for hours about why they have to do this and blasted their partner and their child for never doing anything around the house. This process happened every day. Taking the garbage out took 5 minutes, but the before and after narrative and the blast ruined her own day and her relationship. It is important to listen to your complaint and see if there are communications, agreements, or boundaries that are needed to solve a problem. However, continuing to complain repeatedly about a task that only takes minutes to complete becomes a waste of your time and emotionally toxic for yourself and people around you. It is important for you to choose to either do the task or not. Each choice obviously has some benefit and consequences. Notice if you need to communicate or negotiate for the cooperation of another person in doing the task with you or for you. If you've asked repeatedly and did not get the result, then you may need to renegotiate until you come to an agreed upon action and time which works for both of you, and it will finally be done. My suggestion is to complete the task that needs to be done so that you do not have to face the consequences of not doing the task. Listen to your own complaint. If it is about you and your life, then see what you need to change or resolve so that you no longer have to complain. If you need other people's cooperation, then join them and listen to see how two of you can come up with a solution to this matter so that it is resolved. Release yourself from unnecessary negative narratives that suck your energy and create anguish and anger for you and everyone else around you. So resolve your communication, agreement, and negotiations with people you hold responsible and accountable so that it is a setup for success and things get done versus failure and upset. For more observational skills, go to my book, Life Reset, the Awareness Integration Path to the Life You Want. Thank you. be right back.